for Litcrawl tonight. I wanted to thank you guys all for coming out and thank Que Tal for putting on this amazing event full of such great poets. I've handed out surveys to many of you. Unfortunately, we ran out, but when the event is over, if you could please return them to me and not forget, I would really appreciate it. And again, thank you so much to Cafe Que Tal for putting this event on. It's really a pleasure for Litcrawl to put on an event here. And thank you for attending. All right, so introduction.
Thanks, Harmony.
So welcome. This is our second year being here and hosting. The International Poetry Library has been honored this year to collect these 5 poets for you. My name is Kimberly Mahler. I'm the director of the library. Our goal right now, we're a nonprofit, and our goal is to open a poetry library in San Francisco. We think the West Coast deserves what the East Coast has with Poets House. We're working very hard to make that happen. We've collected 5,000 books, and we're wanting more poetry books, and we're also looking for volunteers and interested people to help us with our fundraising and events like this. So if you're interested, there's a bunch of volunteers running around. If you're a volunteer with the poetry library, they're all back here. You raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand. There's 5 or 6 of us around. You can get a hold of us, and I can give you some information or a card. There's also a mailing list going around that's at the table. Afterwards, there are a couple of the poets brought some books, and so there's some books available for sale, and please support them and buy their books. And we also, I think they might be able to stick around and sign a few for you if you're willing or interested. Okay? All right, so without further ado. Our first poet is Keetje Kuipers. When I read Beautiful in the Mouth, which was awarded the 2009 A. Poland Junior Prize, Poetry Prize, I was moved by the unflinching observation of this patient speaker. Whether it's pictures in the air, clogged bathtubs, or a soldered pout, Kuipers' poems are filled with precise and rugged imagery. By the second or third poem, you want to follow her anywhere, through any landscape or subject. She is currently a Stegner Fellow at Stanford University, and her book, Beautiful in the Mouth, is available here tonight. Please welcome Keetje Kuipers. 4th of July. If I have any romantic notions left, please let me abandon them here, on the dashboard of your Subaru, beside this container of gas station potato salad and bottle of sunscreen. Otherwise, my heart is a sugar packet waiting to be shaken open by some other man's hand. Let there be another town after this one, a town with an improbable Western name, Wisdom, Last Chance, where we can get a room and a 6-pack, where the fireworks end early, say 9 o'clock, because everyone has to work in the morning. I'm not asking for love anymore. I don't care if I never see a sailboat again. Thank you all for coming out tonight. This is great. I've read to some really small crowds in my life, so this is fantastic. I have been giving a lot of readings lately, though, so I'm getting a little sick of the poems I usually read. So I'm going to mix it up a little bit tonight and read some stuff that I hope I don't stumble over. This is called Memorial Day. Plant dander spins the air. Wind spitting sawdust curls across my windshield like star shards blown out a comet's ass. The president's on the radio again, making jokes with his press corps, using the nicknames he's given them. I'm driving west, cutting down back roads, past mud-rutted pig farms and hills studded with tree stumps, the natural, misshapen wreckage of our human work. All year, I've lied to my doctor, perfected the art of nonchalance. Or I've told her the truth, but giggled when she asked questions. Sheepish is an appropriate adjective. She might say cavalier.
I pass a field where black and white heifers glow in the just dead sun like chess pieces forgotten and abandoned mid-game. The president's laughing so hard now, he's made a brilliant pun, that he doesn't hear their questions. But Mr. President, if I could direct your attention back to... Last week, my gynecologist showed me pictures she took of my uterus. Scar tissue wisping up like signal fire smoke, and in other spots, black holes stretched on my flesh. I'm like a dog who trashes the house and then cowers when her master comes home. I'm always ready to deny exactly what I'm guilty of. I pull the car over next to a drainage ditch, turn off the radio. I can hear the wind now, moving its big hands over the roof, fingering the door handles as if their smallness makes them precious.